Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. On Sunday, November 3rd, 2019, the television news program 60 Minutes aired a segment called The Right Way. On its surface, the episode is a profile of a family of rodeo contestants. In fact, it was an enormously inaccurate propaganda piece, unworthy of any journalistic claim. 60 Minutes correspondent turned public relations flack Bill Whitaker made numerous false assertions and outright lies. Let's take a look at some of them.
Rodeo might just be America's original pastime.
This is how the piece starts out, with a nonsensical claim. In fact, baseball preceded American rodeos, and baseball is far more representative of the USA than rodeos ever will be. Rodeo's roots are actually from Spain. Blasphemy, rodeo supporters may say? Well, take a look at ProRodeoHallOfFame.com. These are minor details given all the nonsensical fluff to follow, but it's a warm-up showing how Bill Whitaker, 60 Minutes, and CBS will prostitute themselves for a phony rodeo narrative. Facts be damned.
In Saddle Bronc, there are no Tom Brady salaries, and there are regular injuries that would make running backs flinch.
What Bill Whitaker doesn't tell you is that rodeo contestants get lots and lots of corporate and government welfare. See all the patches on these guys' outfits? Those companies all pay money and give other incentives to the contestants. There are so many unethical corporate sponsors, we put up www.corporatethugs.com to out them. Beyond that, rodeo committees and rodeo organizations are designated as not-for-profit corporations. Rodeos get so much government welfare, we actually put up a website to inform people, www.rodeowelfare.com. Why, there's even free health care for rodeo people. So Bill Whitaker's claim that rodeo people are some kind of standalone tough guys, making it purely by grit, is just laughable. Even more important, football is comprised of teams of human contestants who train and prepare to play against each other. Rodeo is comprised of pretend cowboys who abuse, injure, and sometimes kill horses and other animals. You can't compare football to rodeo. One is a sport, the other is animal abuse.
To a horse specially bred to buck you off.
We hear this claim a lot. If these horses are specifically bred to buck, then why do they have a buck strap tightened around their groin? Why do they have to be spurred?
He's real wild, good Bartee horse. He's a fun one to spur right here. Gets up in the air, but this is another one of those.
Why do they have to be slapped in the face? Why do they have to be electroshocked with this device? The answer is, of course, to make them buck. Even at the National Finals Rodeo, the World Series of Rodeo, where presumably only the top bucking horses in the world are allowed, horses are shocked to make them appear wild. Numerous members of the Wright family were on those shocked horses. I guess Bill Whitaker forgot to mention that in his fluff piece. Here is Spencer Wright on a shocked horse at the National Finals. Here is Ryder Wright on a shocked horse at the National Finals. Here is Jesse Wright on a shocked horse at the National Finals. Isn't it interesting that Bill Whitaker and the entire 60 Minutes crew managed to miss all that abuse, which, by the way, also violates the rules of the Rodeo Association?
So are you kind of dancing with the horse?
It's no dance when one of the participants is forced and is getting shocked and slapped in the face and spurred and has a strap tightened against their sensitive groin. Shark has documented horses having wires inserted in their genital area. We've shown how rodeo people will even shock them in the anus. 60 Minutes doesn't even make a minimal effort to tell the truth. There's little more than trite cliches in this right infomercial, lacking any semblance of journalistic integrity.
The Wrights and the Broncos they're randomly paired with are partners in the rodeo.
The nonsense just keeps piling up. Here is a horse ridden by Jake Wright at the National Finals Rodeo. The horse is being shocked. The manufacturer of the shock device has stated that his products should never be used in rodeos and should never, ever be used on a horse. Nevertheless, here is Jake Wright on another shocked horse at the National Finals. Jake Wright's horse is instinctively trying to escape the discomfort of a tightened buckstrap while he's being mercilessly spurred. Jake Wright, like all the Wrights, and like everyone in rodeo, isn't a partner. He's an animal abuser.
While these horses are rarely injured, that can't be said for the Wrights.
Bill Whitaker and 60 Minutes glamorize the injuries of contestants and minimize the injuries and deaths of rodeo animals. That's really unforgivable. Rodeo contestants choose to do what they do. The animals are forced, and their injuries are not rare. Our decades of video documentation proves that. Bill Whitaker offers no foundation whatsoever for claiming that injuries are rare. He just accepts the self-serving propaganda of the rodeo mafia. No hint of journalistic integrity here. The numbers and severity of animal injuries and deaths is the most closely held secret in the rodeo industry. This is a tiny sampling of what Shark has documented, and we go to only a very small percentage of rodeos that are held every year. 60 Minutes did, apparently by accident, expose one aspect of the suffering of rodeo horses. Listen to the horse in this clip.
When they jump and kick, they're stretched out, their feet are off the ground. You want to be stretched out, your free arms straight back.
While one of the Wrights explains the fine points of his cruelty, his victim is grunting and groaning because of what he's enduring.
When they jump and kick, they're stretched out, their feet are off the ground. You want to be stretched out, your free arms straight back.
You just have to have a brain and a heart to understand what's really happening here. So what is Bill Whitaker's response?
It's like one hell of a rocking horse.
This isn't Bill Whitaker's first rodeo. In 2015, Whitaker did another fluff piece, then for the professional bull riders. It was more glamorizing of taunting domesticated animals to make them act wild. Never mind that riding a bull never had any place whatsoever in ranch work. There was a time when 60 Minutes would have exposed the cruel, corrupt rodeo industry. There was a time when 60 Minutes was a respected news serial. Today's 60 Minutes ignores evidence of cruelty and corruption because it doesn't fit their goal of being public relations flacks for the cruel, deadly rodeo industry. It is mind-boggling that Shark has to follow up 60 Minutes nonsense with a dose of truth and reality. The CBS Network, which broadcasts 60 Minutes, has been in the tank for rodeo for years. The network annually broadcasts the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas and has consistently ignored Shark's communications, pointing out the cruel and illegal shocking of horses. Various CBS correspondents and news anchors have similarly ignored hard evidence. Nobody at CBS will say a thing. Corruption through and through. Shameful. In the description section of this video, we'll include links to real journalists who have outed rodeo animal abuse. Perhaps Bill Whitaker and the 60 Minutes folks can get a look at them and see what real journalism looks like. So, we've hit CBS in this video, and as our supporters know, we stand by our statements. Should Bill Whitaker, or anyone else at 60 Minutes, or the CBS Network, or the Wright family, or any executive of the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association wish to respond to this video, we will offer them space on our website. We in fact challenge them to respond, on camera. I don't know how we can be more fair. We're quite certain that no one will take us up on this offer, and that will say everything about their collective character and integrity, or the lack thereof. Please contact the following unethical corporate rodeo sponsors and let them know how you feel about their support of rodeo animal abuse. Please be polite at all times and let us know if you get a response. I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video. You can subscribe to our channel to see more of our investigations and learn what you can do to help Shark help animals. To support Shark directly and gain access to exclusive content, consider sponsoring us on Patreon.